That's hilarious. It did it again. I think a few weeks ago, or I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, it was heat getting to my phone. Today, it was suddenly a poor connection. So, anyway, you guys will get this part 2 of that video. And I apologize, but I can't run the satellites and the cell phone towers. But my encouragement is, and I'm only going to hold you a few more minutes, but my encouragement is things today that, and this is the reason, and some of you may not agree with this. We're not friends because you always agree with me. You're friends, and I'm your friend because we each feel like we can speak our mind, make each other think, and not be judgmental about it. I've had people for years say, oh, we love you, you're our friend, but the minute I teach something they don't agree with, they don't even know me anymore, and that is fine with me. I remember one author said, you tell some people your dream and they think you're crazy, it's just proof they're not going to help you achieve it. So, but it is of essence today that the old prayer list we had in church, y'all keep holding me up, keep holding me. In other words, I'm still worried about this, so you all keep worrying with me. I'm still worried about this. I am not a fan of that. And that I'm not against praying for people. You that know me or think you do, I am all for praying for people. But I don't think you have to keep on holding them up. I think that is something that damnable whore called religion conjured to make people belittled, feel helpless. And those of you that do know me, I hate religion. I've seen and I still see what it's done to people. And that religious mentality, keep holding me up, keep holding me up, is literally saying, I'm still worried about it, I'm still worried about it. But if you're worrying, you don't trust. Well, Mark, how do you approach it? Hey, I'm going through this. Thank you for standing in agreement with me. I will not say another word about it. There you go. Because every time you pray about the same thing again to make it manifest, you are proving you didn't believe what you said the first time. So there's more worry. There's more worry. And again, I believe in praying. I think it was last week or the week before last, I showed you, and I don't have one with me today, the new series on finally prayers that work. My God, you need that series. Not because I taught it, but because it's truth. Whether it was from me or somebody else, it's just, I'm not ashamed to say things. I am not afraid. I am no man's slave. I am no denomination's slave. I am subjected to a board, but I am no man's slave when it comes to revelation. If it brings me peace, I can find it in the Word. I'm going to tell the truth. Let every man be a liar, but let God be true. And that's just what I think about it. And the truth is, prayer does work when the mindset is correct. And this mindset of keep holding me up is just worry in action. And I kept on studying out when a child stops being a child. Well, in the natural physiological sense, pardon me, when a child reaches puberty, puberty is that stage, as you know, we're not in a sex ed class here, but puberty is that stage where physically a male or female can reproduce. has the ability to reproduce or create. And so once they reach that stage, they lose that childlikeness. They are not identified as a child because they have the power to create. And so this was it. Adam and the woman in the Garden of Eden, they had childlike faith until they ate the fruit. They entered a spiritual puberty to where they began to create their own problems, okay? And so, thank God we mature and we grow up in the natural, but spiritually, we need to return to that childlike faith of saying, God, I'm just not going to worry about my kids anymore. I'm not going to worry about this anymore. It's done. And the next time you're tempted to pray about that same problem, know this. Do you hear me? That's not God leading you to pray about it. That's the enemy tempting you to not believe. He already knows, and he took care of it. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not taken care of. It was done the minute you believed it. Well, why don't I see it, Mark? Trust is the creative ability to produce what was believed for in the Spirit. So it's not a God problem. It's not a devil problem. It's a trust problem. And worry is the enemy of trust. We are the most childlike when we have no knowledge of how to try to make something happen. That's it. That's when we're most childlike. Example, this is the way I would approach it. You're going through something, you don't know what to do, and the enemy's trying to make you worry about it, self trying to make you worry about it. You just say, you know what, God, I'm ready for the journey. I'm ready for the ride. I know this is going to turn out the way it's supposed to turn out, and I have so much trust in you. Do you realize, and I'm done in 30 seconds, do you realize the minute you tell and show God that you trust him by not worrying about it, all the responsibility for the good outcome is on him. Worry puts the responsibility of the outcome on you. Trust puts the responsibility of the outcome on God. And so I just want to encourage you, let God be God. He loves showing off. He'll give you little Cade, my little grandson. I took him his first tricycle over there for his birthday. I had put it together. He didn't know I had bought it. When it was shipped to me, I had to put it together. He didn't know how it was put together. He didn't know how much it cost. All he knew was Papa came in the door with him something that made him just laugh and giggle and have a blast. Do you realize God is putting something together for you just to see you laugh and giggle? That boy didn't know to cry for a tricycle. God says he'll give us things above and beyond what we could ever think to even ask for. Anything that brings a smile to our face and happiness to our heart, that's the God I serve. And I hope that's the one you serve too. So I just want to encourage you this Memorial Day, things you've been worrying about, make this Memorial Day. You've placed flowers on the graves of loved ones and veterans and heroes of this country's liberty. Why don't you put some flowers on the grave of worry and say, I'm done. Today's your Memorial Day. Next time the thought comes about it, he's putting it together, and I cannot wait to see what Papa comes through the door with. So I hope you all got something out of this today. I apologize. It's coming in 2 parts again for whatever reason. Don't forget, it's on YouTube as well. A mass email was sent out about the new USB flash drive. Every one of the series up through this last series of Finally Prayer That Works, all the sermons, almost 150 sermons, 53 or 4 different teaching series, hours and hours of teaching, would cost, I don't know, well over $1,100, $1,200 if you bought them all individually. You can get them all on the one USB flash drive. If you need a flash drive, we can ship it to you. It's $395. If you've already got a flash drive or just want to download it to your computer and burn your own CDs, it's $375. Go online, markshellministries.com, and you'll see that. You're not paying for the gospel. You are helping to facilitate where I go, my calling to do what God has called me to do, and the time to study the Word beyond the King James translation. So I thank you for that liberty. Let me say, next weekend, June the 5th, next Sunday morning, I will be back in Corsicana, Texas at Pastor Holly's church. It is of course, Pentecost Sunday, but it is also her birthday. They've invited me to come in and speak, so if you're in that area, try to come over. And if you do come, be sure and holler at me in case I don't see you. But I appreciate everything you guys do to be a part of the ministry. And don't forget, June is when it will be available for the partners who want their partner CD. And you want it in an MP3 download. We will send you a download link of it, because a lot of people don't even use CDs anymore. We're going through that phasing out, but some people still do. If you still want the partner CD, don't respond to it, to this. But if you do want the MP3 downloads, then I want you to email a specific address, msmpartners777@gmail.com. If you don't remember that, just go to the markshellministries.com page and you can email us from there and just say, hey, I want the monthly sermon downloads for the partners. They'll check your name against the partner list and they'll put you on that. And this month, between the 10th and the 15th of each month afterward also, you'll get the MP3 download link. And so if you want that, please do that. We don't want to just keep sending out CDs. It costs money. And if you're not going to be able to listen to them in the format you like, then it would not only save us money, but it would be more accommodating for you. If you've never partnered with the ministry, prayerfully consider that, because everywhere I go, everything good that is done through this ministry, you get the credit for it. I give a shout out to all of you. Oh, Brett Hart, I see you in there, man. I think I have yet to meet you, but you've been a faithful supporter of the ministry for years, and I thank you for that, sir, very, very much. Way down in, I think it's Sulphur, Louisiana. So, anyway, you all have a blessed day. Have fun today. Just absolutely have fun. If you're headed off to church, just have fun. Don't be critical where you go. Just have fun. Enjoy the people. But most importantly, get a childlike faith. You all be blessed. I will see you next Sunday morning.